What is happening, guys? Kris here, playing some Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, and today I'm going to show you an elite weapon called the Goliath MP11. Now this gun can be acquired through supply drops in the game, just like all the other special weapon variations, and once unlocked can be found with the MP11 under the SMG or submachine gun category. The Goliath actually has a +3 point damage boost over its standard version, with a penalty of losing 3 points in the handling category. So this means that the weapon is a lot more powerful and will drop enemies much faster than the normal MP11 would. And although the handling has been dropped, I barely even noticed a difference, as its handling is still pretty high, just like all the other SMGs. It might make aiming down your sights a little bit slower, but I guess you could always counter this by using the quick draw grip. Now, this gun has a magazine size of 32, but can be increased to 48 with extended mags. So you have a total of 4 magazines to start with, meaning you begin with 128 bullets overall on a typical loadout. Though if you do use the scavenger perk, you can start with 7 magazines upon each respawn. So you'll have 224 bullets overall to shoot down your enemies with. Quite a lot of bullets there. So if you're planning on going on those long streaks, I recommend doing that. The Goliath actually looks like a pretty cool weapon. I actually really like the look of it. It's got this grave pattern down its sides, and it has a few features that look different to the standard version, such as these like green wires that come out the back, and it's got a really beastie looking muzzle at the front of the gun. Now, as far as attachments go, I would definitely recommend adding a foregrip to help with the overall recoil, as it does tend to kick a little bit with prolonged fire. It's not the most accurate weapon, but it's not inaccurate, but I would still recommend using a foregrip. It'll also help with aiming and shooting at your targets from further distances. If you choose to add the advanced rifling attachment to this weapon, this will further increase the range, making those targets at medium to long, well even long ranges, take more damage. As the Goliath already has a high damage output, adding this will turn your weapon into a complete monster, which will even challenge and outgun assault rifles at medium ranges. If you want to go for a more stealthy class, you could always add this suppressor instead of the advanced rifling. The weapon will already be extremely powerful in close range firefights, so this shouldn't affect them too much, though you might struggle a bit with targets at distance and targets at medium to longer ranges, so do keep that into account. But you'll still be able to drop enemies relatively quickly at closer ranges with the suppressor, as the damage is still very high. So as far as optics are concerned, the iron sights are actually pretty good. They're some of the best in the game. They're not obstructive or anything, and I find them quite clear enough, though if you want a slightly clearer aim on your enemy, then you could always go for the red dot sight as a possible third attachment, or to take the place of any others that I've already mentioned. This might help picking off enemies at medium ranges, and perhaps get a better aim on targets that are a little bit further away. Now, I often like to equip the laser sight just to help out with those close range battles or for finishing off an enemy. Though you could add rapid fire as well. I wouldn't suggest it really. The gun already fires at an extremely fast rate, and it packs a hell of a punch in the damage department. Rapid fire, I suppose, make it a little bit faster, but I suppose it would also make hitting your targets a little bit harder in the end. So you're kind of making your gun a little bit worse in a way, especially at those medium to longer ranges. Though in really close quarters it does drop people really quickly. If you manage to hit them first, they're going to drop to the floor as soon as you pull that trigger. Personally, I really like to use this gun. It's one of my favourite guns so far in the game, and I think it's one of the stronger weapons. It's definitely one of the stronger SMGs in the game. SMGs are a little bit underpowered at the moment, but the Goliath definitely isn't underpowered. The high damage that you're getting from this gun, with its fast fire rate and its high mobility, makes it a perfect weapon for running and gunning. You're going to be much faster than most players wielding assault rifles and other guns that aren't SMGs. Especially if you equip the lightweight perk and choose to use the overclock exo ability. Combine this with the added damage that this variation applies, and you're going to pack one hell of a punch in that battlefield. Though do be careful about going for those long range kills, because at the end of the day, guys, you are using an SMG, and SMGs aren't really designed for long range combat. So if the Goliath MP11 does pop up in one of your supply drops soon, or it has done already, I'd definitely recommend giving it a go. Just try it out. You never know, it just might be your next favourite weapon. Anyway guys, that just about wraps up this episode, so make sure you leave a like, subscribe to my channel, and check out some of my other videos. I'm going to be posting more on Call of Duty and many other games in the near future. So I'll see you in the next video.